Welcome to the Civic Hub. The Civic Hub is a shared community space for grassroots and small nonprofit organizations working to make lives better for everyone in Waterloo Region. Partner organizations come from a range of fields: environmental justice, democratic reform, arts and culture, anti-poverty, anti-racism, human rights, ethno-cultural and newcomer support, technology, peace and nonviolence, spirituality, and well-being. On the show, we welcome one of our partners to the Civic Hub. Today on Welcome to the Civic Hub, we welcome Asabia from Women of Grace International. Anne, welcome to the Civic Hub.
Thank you so much for having me, Bob, and thank you, Ritika. Thank you, Samia, for having me. I'm so happy to be here this afternoon.
Great to have you. Tell me about Women of Grace International.
Yeah, Women of Grace International is a Black-led, non-for-profit organization. What we do basically is to empower youth, empower women, then strengthen the youth and uplift women in our community. We figured we have like more newcomers, Black communities, and then family in here. We help women out. One of our signature programs is the Bath and Bridging Program, which is a maternal support for mother and child. We figured out that a lot of people coming into the community and then they needed help because we found that pregnancy is more pronounced than postpartum. And then we see the struggle because I have a first-hand experience in that. And we see the struggle that women go through during their postpartum period. We find depression, we find mental health problem and all of that going on in our community, and then we step in. Women of Grace International started as an informal community where we just strengthen out our help to people and everyone in the community that comes in for help. We started out through our entrepreneurial program that we just give back to the community. We started this from back home. When I say back home, it's Nigeria. We started this 2018. We've been doing that. And then when I moved into Kitchener, doing my business, I got very close to the community. And I figured that there's a need for it. So we got registered in 2022. And then we do a launching in 2023. And it's been growing from then, from strength to strength. We do youth mentorship program, we do food bank programs, we do entrepreneurial programs for people that have maybe business back home. They want to start from here. They don't know how to start. We walk them through it, register their business, walk them through how to get their permits, and then, show them all the strategies that they can use and settle into the community. I usually tell them, if you can get a job, you can create one. So we support women in that regards. And then we do our talk show every second and fourth Friday of every month. We call it town hall meetings. What we do there is we put together different needs of the community. We find out what people need. For example, the immigration, the housing, the financing. People don't even know what a credit card is. A lot of people are used to just paying money with debit. And some people get into their credit card, they couldn't go out of it because they are into, debt. So we bring on professionals on these programs to speak with people, connect them with them, and then walk them through how they can live better, how they can walk through their immigration process, how they can do like all of these things in the community. So it's the second and fourth Friday of every month that we do that. The signature program is that one is like so dear to me, stood out for me because going through it myself, I figured out a lot of people don't have help. When we put to bed back home, we said the village take care of the baby. Because while you're sleeping, somebody is bathing your baby, somebody is giving you food, somebody is, even backing the baby, and then you're fine. Like the healing process is fast because you kind of find people to talk with. But here we see that there's a gap in that, and a lot of people are facing systematic barriers on that one. So we kind of bring that together. We kind of work with people on that one. From the hospital, when we get a call that somebody is going to put to bed, some people give us like prior the time they're going to put to bed. We look for the cultural food for them that they can eat at the hospital. It helps them. It helps even breastfeeding the baby. There are some cultural foods that when we take, it helps the stimulation of the breast milk. So we take it to them, take care of them, give them diapers, give them wipes, and then when they get home, we set them up like for 2 weeks. Somebody go in back and forth. We have some certified doulas in our midst, and then they take care of them and help them through that process. Some people couldn't even sleep at night. We get some volunteers to stay with them because some people don't even have their family here. They don't have their husband. They're just here by themselves. And we have been doing this all self-funded. Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's an incredible range of services that you're offering. I mean, there's food support, immigration support. All the things that you mentioned there. How many staff do you have on WGI?
So we have our executive arm. We have about 5 of us. Myself as the president and founder of Women of Grace. We have the vice president. We have the executive secretary. We have the treasurer. We have the public relation person. And then we have the volunteer lead. So about 6 people on the board. And then we have several volunteers, about 12 of them, 15, growing as we go in the community. So we have like people that support us, and all these are just volunteer works.
Really?
Yes.
So no paid staff on
No
on the
paid
board
staff
at all?
yet because
Wow.
we're just doing, self-funded for now.
You're doing so much work. You must be busy 24 hours a day just with WGI stuff.
Yeah, like with the help of the volunteers and everybody, it takes the stress off a little bit because we kind of have like meeting and then strategize on what we need to do next. We find like friends and family contribute, like to say, okay, we see what you're doing in the community, and then they give to us. There was a time we were having our food bank program, and then someone just walked by and said, okay, what do you do? And then I just said, you do this? And then he just came back with an envelope, and he gave us, some cash and said, support your program with this one. And at some point, I think our Fresh Co too gave us some gift cards so that we can get more diapers for people. Other than that, it's been like that, and then, God has been helping. Yeah.
For these things that you're doing, I'm thinking especially here of immigration support. Do you have immigration professionals on your board, on your volunteer staff?
So what we do in that case is that we connect people to professionals, because we have professionals that we work with. We try to, we're in the midst of our people in the community, right? So we know the rising needs of every community and every human being. So we try to, connect with the professionals in those fields, because we are not. So we connect them to them, and then they walk them through how to, do all their papers, what to do, what not at the point, yeah.
And you do this all through volunteers that you've met through your community contacts?
Yes.
Wow. How big is the community that you're working with?
So the community I'm working with, we're growing. We're about 300 people now.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we're about 300 people now. I think our food bank too is growing. About 120 people coming for food bank. We do that once in a month as well.
Okay. That sounds severe. Is there a larger need for food bank support for food? Is there a larger degree of food insecurity amongst Nigerian women?
Yes. Most especially like some people want the culturally made food or maybe culturally grocery food. Even though sometimes we can't provide like all of that because it's quite like expensive, but whatever we get from the Canadian food, we try to help them. Like, okay, you can take this is nutritious and all of that. And then from our business too, we support with some of the food that we sell, and then we give out to them from there as well.
Okay, and then maybe take some Canadian foods and prepare them in the Nigerian manner.
And then we just let them know, like, you can eat cucumber, carrot is good, bread is nice and all of that. And people are taking it. Yeah.
When you got started, it was just you who came over initially from Nigeria, started your own business here.
Yes.
And how did you recognize the need for the help that you're giving out now?
Yeah, because my business got me very close to the community, because I have a grocery store at the time. So people come in for the African Caribbean food. So they come in and they talk to me, and I find the need. And I'm like, okay, let's provide for them. Sometimes we just say, okay, you come in here, you can have these, and then we package some things for them. So we started like that informal, and then we grow into what the organization is today.
Right. So somebody said, let's start a Women of Grace International organization. It can't have been that simple.
No, like, growing up for me, I see like my parents, what we do mostly, is just help people out. So it's just part of me. And then when we started the harm in Nigeria in 2018, I was in Canada. I just felt like I need to give back to my community because that's what I grew up seeing. Growing up, I see my grandfather, we have like sometimes 30 people, 40 people come eat in the house. So it's like part of me. It's a calling.
Okay.
It's a calling. So, and then when I got here and I found like there's a need in a community, when I moved to Kitchener, and I saw that there was a need in the community, people come in all the time and all of that. We do informal, we give food out, we do all of this. And I'm like, you know what? Let's make this formal. And then we got it registered. We launched, like I said earlier. And then we started from there. And then people keep recognizing, saying, oh, you can go to this person for this need and all of that. Yeah.
So what happened when you came to Kitchener, to Canada? Because there was no WGI at the time. How did you manage?
Because there's a gap. I saw a gap in the system. Because, moving from your own country to a new country, it's mentally draining.
Okay.
Because one thing is like, they let us know, oh, when you come to Canada, everything is, and then people get here and they were like, oh my God, what did I get into? So coming in for me too, it was like a shock, the cultural shock, the different things. And I'm like, okay, how do I, manage? How do I navigate into the system? And then it really helped because I kind of, meet with some organizations that helped out. I was living in Brampton at the time. So there was this employment agency, I think they are HF now or something. They walked me through and all of that. So when I moved from Brampton to Kitchener, I'm like, okay, anybody that comes in, there must be resources. There must be something. So I started getting connected to organizations and finding out. And I'm like, okay, you need help? I'll get you, connected to this one. You need this? I'll help you. So it's not only food. We just get links even for mental health support, for maternal support at the time and all of that. So when I went through my own first and putting to bed postpartum, I'm like, oh my God. And I saw a lot of people break down when they come to my business, the breakdown, and it's growing. And I just find myself giving diapers, giving Pampers, giving clothing, and then that's it.
So by the time you got to Kitchener, you were already fairly well established from having been through the process in Brampton.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good then.
Yeah.
And you did this at sort of in the middle of all the pandemic stuff that was happening. That couldn't have been easy.
Yeah, it wasn't really easy, but I say something like I believe God helps. Because sometimes it's not about like how much effort you put into things. It's about like the help that you could get. Like, yeah, it wasn't really easy, but sometimes I go through my own stuff and I leave my own stuff that I go through and I help people. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, but when I find fulfillment when people, get help. So it's like, part of me. It's a calling. That's what I see. It's a calling. It's not.
It sounds that way.
Not about.
So you got established and formally registered as a nonprofit agency in 2022.
Yes.
And how long have you been with the Civic Hub?
City Up, I got to meet with them this year. That was last year. Last year was when I was with, I met with Ritika at the time, and the work called me. Yeah, so from last year, I didn't realize there's a hub or organization that can maybe help grassroots organizations out. I have no idea of all of those things. And when I met with them, it was like seamless because they were able to show me the spaces that we can use for free, because sometimes we get to maybe rent some space out and it's really very expensive to maybe some Zoom links to use. They provide all of these services and then they connect all the grassroots organizations to each other so we can collaborate. For example, maybe I need somebody that does like mental health, that professionals, through the Civic Hub, because we are like A lot of organizations come together, so we can link with them and then talk to them. We need you to come speak to our people. These people need help. So that's what Civic has been able to do for us,
Right.
connecting us and giving us visibility.
And in return, what can you offer to the Civic Hub?
Yeah, so well, for maybe meetings for our dinner, for the Wednesday dinner. Before we were doing like in the morning, but now dinner, because a lot of people don't come in because they go to work as well. So maybe drop by cookies, coffees, and all of that, just to say thank you, because we don't have a lot of money to give. So just something to appreciate them.
Right.
They are doing really well.
Right. And I guess you've got the space available at the Civic Hub where you can have your board meetings,
Yes.
where you can meet some of the people from your community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. There's a big space there where we can do like almost everything. Even if we want to have our food bank program there, there's a space there. There are tables, there are everything. The fridge is there for us to use. It's a very great place to connect to the community.
Yeah.
And Ritika is doing very well.
Yeah. Are you planning anything big like that in the near future?
Oh, yeah. We're having a program, Postpartum Wellness Circle, June 14th, where we're going to be bringing like the new moms to be together. And we're going to be talking about mental health, how they can take care of themselves after putting to bed, postpartum, and all of those things. We have our midwives that are coming up to speak with us. We have doulas. We have healthcare professionals that are going to be speaking to us in the program. We'll be giving out diapers, wipes, clothing, toys to moms and their babies in that program.
So this is for women and their kids to come in?
Yes.
Sorry, what was the date again?
June 14th.
June the 14th?
14th,
Okay, coming up in
Next month, yeah.
as little as 3 weeks from now.
Yes.
So we're recording this at the end of May.
Yes.
Yeah. And anything that you're doing immediately in the immediate future when you go back to the Civic Hub today, what would you be doing there?
We're going to be meeting to have, we have some other programs that we're looking at doing. We don't want to do one time off for our moms. We want to do like a monthly program for them, because that way we can come together. We can talk about what the problem is. We can help them out, even if they need help. Sometimes they just need someone to hold their baby for them while they just relax.
Just something
and then
as
wait.
simple as that.
Yes,
Yeah.
because sometimes it's it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, that they can, have a circle, talk, eat, have fun, play games. So we want like to, have that like a monthly thing so that they can come together under that umbrella, share their stories, their journey, and then help each other out. Because the moment we share our story, it helps people.
Yeah,
It helps a lot. And then we see that when women thrive, the community will be much more better. Then we can talk to our children, then we can, it starts from our home before it gets to the community.
Right.
To make the community, safe for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens to the men of grace?
A lot of people come and then they ask me that question, because we have some men that comes up as well.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah, we have them. And then some people are like, oh, you guys said women, so I thought it's just women. We're open to women, to men as well. Because we find that some people come in, like, they don't even know what to do. As a head of the home, the family, coming from back home and coming into this community, the responsibility of the man is different. And then when they get here, it switches. And then some people feel lost and disconnected from the family too. Okay. So they come to us for help as well. We connect them. They come for food bank program as well. So we let them take the food. So it's open to men as well, as men of grace.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
And do you find that men are open to coming to an organization called Women of Grace?
They're open. What they just need to be aware is we welcome them, because most of them don't know that we welcome them when they find women. But when they maybe kind of reach out and say, we find the organization is women. Is it all about women? And I'm like, okay, no, it's not. It's not all about women, even though we prioritize. But like what you need, and then we kind of help them in that regards. Because some people come in for maybe career, they're not sure what to go into. Now they're from back home. I find I have some couple that they're both doctors from back home, both the wife and the husband. But they got here, they couldn't find a job, they couldn't even go into that. So the husband still came like I think on Saturday and say, I need to talk to you. I'm drowning, you know. So we kind of like connect them to people that can help them. They have exams to write, they have things to do, so they don't get connected from the profession that they've been doing from back home. So we welcome them. We provide space for them as well. And they feel comfortable when they talk to us.
Right, right. I guess that's a big change when people are the same all over, but the credentials for being a doctor are completely different in Canada than they would be in Nigeria. And so that can be a big shock when somebody comes over and doesn't realize that suddenly they have to do all their re-credentialization again from what they had in Nigeria already. And so then you provide pointers to professional services where they can regain those credentials and just provide them the comfort and support and hold their babies.
Yes.
That's such a nice thing, you know, having somebody to just hold your baby for you for a little while you can put on a clean shirt and stretch. That's so nice. I can see a lot of people who want to take advantage of this. How can people get a hold of your organization?
We have a website, but we're reconstructing it so that we can add like more of our programs, and people can just get a click on it and then register to say if you expecting a baby, if you're a new mom, you can do that. If you just get to Canada, you're looking to establish a business. I've been through it, so we can walk you through all of those things. Coming on the website, so they can just do one click, and it's www.womenofgraceinternational.org. What we had earlier was com.com, but .org is what we're building right now, and people can click on that. And people can also follow us on Women of Grace International on Instagram. We have that on Instagram. They can send us a DM, and then they can reach out to us through these various ways. Our website should be up in June as well, so people can start like applying. We know their needs, what they need. Some people just need someone to talk to. Some don't even need the diaper. Some don't even need the food. Some just need, someone to talk to. So when they fill the form, they tell us like what exactly they need. It helps us to prepare to meet with them.
Okay. Looking at your Instagram page here.
Lots
Lots of happy Mother's Day things going on there. Very colorful, very nice, and contact information and some of the images that are there on Instagram.
Yes. So we're putting more on it. That's going to be showing all our movement from, say, the hospital, the homes of this mom that we take food to. We're putting more on that Instagram page, and we're adding more social media handles to Women of Grace now, so people can reach us on any platform that they're comfortable with, and then they can reach us from there. We're working, so much on that one right now.
And then in a few weeks, you'll have your website
up, yes.
And then people can go there for contact information as well.
Exactly.
What about helping out? Somebody who has extra spoons who can provide some assistance to you.
Of course, they're welcome. They can actually reach out to us on that Instagram, on that Women of Grace International website, because like right now we need more support. We need more donors. We need more partners. We need the grants to come, because that would help us to do our work better and more, to reach out to more community. Someone called me and said, I'm putting to bed in June and I'm having twins. I'm like, oh my God. And that's like a double for us. It's a joy. But then when we get like more support, more people to come on board, it's absolutely welcome. Everyone is welcome to help us out, even if it is to just stay with us where we go through all these things. We move from house to house to check on all these women. And then everyone is welcome.
Okay. You said you were looking for donations. What sort of donations do you need?
Diapers, wipes, food, baby food, clothing, toys, all of those things, funding, so that we can even like have a physical space where we can meet like all the time. Because even bringing the women out with their babies, we're going to be having food, we're going to be having fun. We want to bring out some professionals to talk to us more, right? And then we want to be able to like give back to them as well. We don't just want to take them out of their office and then just say, okay, thank you, bye bye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Can you remind me again about June the 14th? What's happening?
June 14th, we have postpartum wellness circle where we have like moms and then moms to be. We're gathering together. We're going to be having mental health program that day, maternal health support, how women can take care of themselves after putting to bed. Then we're going to have some doulas coming, some midwives coming, health professionals, and we're going to be having games. We're giving out diapers, we're giving out wipes, baby food, anything, baby.
Yeah. And you'll be holding babies.
We'll be holding babies. Yeah. We'll be singing. We have some cultural song that when we sing, you see our people come up and they dance.
Yeah.
So we want to have, so that they don't forget, home is here, home away from home.
This is taking place at the Civic Hub?
No.
Oh,
We're using the Helion Center. Yeah.
Okay. And what time does it take place?
That's going to be 10 a.m.
Okay.
10 to 1. We have like 3 hours with them.
Okay, very good. Yeah. And is registration required?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And register through?
We register through the Women of Grace, the Instagram, and then through the WhatsApp. Like, we're going to be putting out more information about that so people can get to register more for this program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope to see people out there on June the 14th.
Yeah. And then we're going to be sending it to Civic Hub as well, just so that they can put it up on the website, on this thing, because that's another way to reach out to our communities as well.
So, lots of places where you can get the information.
Yes. And then for Civic Hub, we might be, doing the program like the monthly one with them. That space is going to be used as well. Yeah.
Asabia from Women of Grace International. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to me.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Civic Hub.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You've been listening to Welcome to the Civic Hub, where we welcome community partners to the Civic Hub. The Civic Hub is online at civichubwr.org. You can reach the Civic Hub by email at civichub@waterlooregion.org. Welcome to the Civic Hub is produced at the studio of CKMS-FM 102.7 Radio Waterloo. The show is sponsored by the Social Development Center of Waterloo Region. The executive producer is Alexander Petrovich. Ritika Sharmali is a producer and host, and I'm Bob Jonkman. Civic Hub is supported by the Region of Waterloo Upstream Fund, and the theme music is A Good Bass by Kumiku from the Free Music Archive, used under a Creative Commons CC0 license.